What's up, everybody? It's Dynasty Mirror Search for Who. Let's get some more people in the chat room before we get started. Today's topic, this evening's topic, is we're going to speak on the ADOS. We are going to speak on the Central Park 5 documentary, which I didn't watch the most current one, but I watched a previous one, and we're going to speak on that. And then we're going to speak on this ego, this ADOS ego, or rhetoric that I keep hearing when it comes to um, making excuses or justifying what we call, shout out to holipsism, militant integration into America. You know, you'll hear ADOS, and let me start off with this. I agree with the number of the talking points of ADOS. Does the United States of America have does African descendants of slaves, ADOS, whatever you want to call it? All right, I get it. I know some people want to play the word game, and it shouldn't be called American descendants of slavery. It should be called this. It should be called that. Whatever. We don't have time to go back and forth on semantics. Do I believe that descendants of slaves, African slaves who built this country, do I believe that we have a claim against the United States government? Absolutely. I agree. I completely agree. There is a debt that is owed. I agree. I agree. But at the end of the day, what is the end game for ADOS? So you get reparations. Then what? Racism isn't going anywhere. We will still be considered third in some places of America. We're fourth and fifth place of fifth class citizens. I don't hear ADOS speaking of getting the reparations and then building a nation of their own or integrating into an African country. Now, to support this argument on why we shouldn't have a nation of our own because it's not practical, or I ain't African, you know, I've been in America 400 years. It's this whole we built America argument. This whole my ancestors' bones are buried here in America. Now, I don't know if you guys know, and I'm actually might go to the event, which is I think next week in Alabama. They just found or recovered the last slave ship that came from Africa to America, which came from Dahomey or Ouida, which is the country of Benin Republic, which I've been to several times. I've been to the port of no return in Ouida. The end game is to get into the big house and get better butter biscuits from Massa. That, to me, that's all I hear. Just a bunch of militant integration, just to have a better position in the racist system. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. But anyway, so I don't know if you guys know, they found in Alabama, coast of Alabama, whatever, the last slave ship that left the shores of Africa that brought our ancestors here to America. So in that, you know, they were just reading, I was reading, the slave narratives and the slave stories and the narratives and how they felt, what was going on through their head. Okay. I've been to several, probably 6 or 7 slave dungeons during my trips in West Africa. Again, I've read a number of slave narratives, and the ancestors that you brag and leverage and You use the leverage you're in your argument of being a militant integrationist and having a better position in racist America. When you say my ancestors built America, my ancestors built this country, my ancestors' bones are buried in this country. When you keep using this old and tired argument, which is the truth, okay, I'm not minimalizing that. It's the truth, which is the truth. But when you keep using this argument, and I read these narratives on how our ancestors did not want to build America, how our ancestors wanted to return to West Africa, how our ancestors miss West Africa, how our ancestors wanted to go home and return, how our ancestors were forced to build this America, were forced to build America for free, and how they didn't want to, how some revolted. Again, how many, shout out to Mana J Bone, thank you for the super chat. How some wanted to return back to their place of origin. But you guys keep using this, we built America and our ancestors' bones were buried here in America argument to justify militant integration, to justify choosing to be a third or fourth class citizen in America. In some places, like California, you're like fifth or sixth. Black people are fifth and sixth. It's white people, Hispanics, Koreans, dogs, cats, then us. We keep using this argument and beating our chest. Again, we keep using this argument and beating our chest to justify being militant integrationists. When our ancestors, when you read the narratives, wanted to go back home, wanted to get the hell out of here, did not want to be here. So I'm just tired of, exploiting the ancestors and what they went through to justify you wanting to be a militant integrationist. That's another one. We fought in every war in America. Okay, let's break that down. American Revolution. Guess what? After the American Revolution, you were still slaves. We were still slaves. The Civil War. We fought in the Civil War. And guess what? After that, we had Reconstruction. We didn't get our 40 acres and a mule. We still faced racism. We were still lynched. Land was still taken from us. We were still marginalized. World War I. We come home from fighting a World War I. European prisoners of war were treated better than us. You had Black American soldiers who were hung and killed in their uniforms. Look up Red Summer. Same thing with World War II. Then during all this, and while all this is going on, you have the United States government, United States military, who are running experiments on us. Freakish, weird experiments on us. We're damn lab rats. Look up the Tuskegee experiment. Same thing in Korean War. Same thing. We come back home. They're running all these experiments on us. We're damn lab rats. Even after World War II, Nazi prisoners of war were treated better than Black Americans who fought. Don't believe me? Look it up. Again, Black American soldiers were treated worse than Nazi prisoners of war. Same thing, Korean War. Same thing, Vietnam. After Vietnam, Vietnamese were treated better than the black soldiers who fought in Vietnam. Speed up to present day. I'm reading an article how black Navy pilots are given racist signals. I mean, I could just go on and on. That's why black people get no respect. Because we just continue to choose to be third and fourth class citizens, but then brag about how we built America. Again, America treated Nazi prisoners of war better than the black soldiers that fought in World War II after the war. But then you want to brag on how you fought in every war. Now, World War I and World War II, the British, the French, the countries that they colonized, whether it be India, for the British, Ghana for the British, Nigeria for the British, for the French, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, these soldiers fought for the British and France in World War I and II. After the war, you don't hear Indians, you don't hear Senegalese, you don't hear Nigerians bragging about how they fought for the colonial master. They don't brag about it. But for some reason, we want to brag about how we fought for America, and as black people have absolutely nothing to show at the end of the day when you come home from war. You have absolutely nothing to show for it. The black community has absolutely nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. Maybe you got a GI Bill and you went to college. Okay, great. It's battered wife syndrome. But we want to brag about how we built America, how we ain't going nowhere because our bones are buried here and mama is still here. And, we've been here 400 years and we brag and justify how we want to continue this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde relationship with America. And we use catchphrases like, we built America. Our ancestors are here, buried here. We fought in every war. Like I said, I agree with ADOS in regards to there is a claim that needs to be made against the American government to cut us our check. I agree. Completely agree. But the end game, if you're not trying to build a nation of your own or integrate back into Africa, and you're bragging about how, you're going to stay here in America because of the ancestors who didn't want to build this country, who didn't want to be buried here, who wanted to return home, you're going to leverage that argument to continue this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde relationship with America. I don't agree with that. I think it's delusional and it's crazy and it's Stockholm syndrome. So we will leave America to Africa to get ran by the Chinese. Chinese aren't running Africa. In fact, stop the show. What do Black Americans run in America? We don't control infrastructure. We don't control the water. We don't control the majority of industries. What do Black Americans control in America? The country that we brag about that we built. Roads, schools. What do we control? Is Africa perfect? Absolutely not. Does Africa have issues? Absolutely not. Are there African sellouts? Absolutely. But the African controls way more in Africa than the Black American controls in America. So that's why the Chinese and the borders were created by white people and the country's named by white people and all these other excuses people make in regards to Africa, ADOS, militant integrationists, is comparing apples and oranges. Because we control absolutely nothing in America. And again, Africa is not perfect. It's not. Guys, hit this like button. As you come to the chat room, please hit the like button. Africa is not perfect. But again, water, roads, electricity, municipalities, Africa controls. Black ran, black owned. The Black American, African American doesn't control any of that. But you guys want to brag about it. We built America, but we control no infrastructure. Again, you want to brag about building America, but you don't control any infrastructure. Shout out to Holopsism in the chat room. Holop, if you want to hop on, let me know. Let me know, Holop, if you want to hop on. That's the point I just don't understand. Again, I read the slave narratives. They all wanted to return back to West Africa. They did not. You guys make it seem like as if, in defending your militant integrationism and you demanding to be a third, fourth class citizen in America. You guys keep using this "we built America" to justify that when our ancestors did not want to be here in the first place. You guys make up every excuse of how you don't want to engage Africa and its leaders. Again, not perfect, absolutely not. But you want to sit here and brag about how you built America, how the shit we've been through for the past 400 years. You enjoy and bathe in the misery merchant freaking bath. Your politicians tell you that we're not doing shit for you. In fact, Joe Biden just came out and said that his main focus is the LGBTQ community. Just came out and said it. Africans are coming to America because the 99.9% of immigrants that come to America are opportunists. It's to get to the bag and get to the check. That's it. But they all have a home back home in Africa. All of them do. It's to come get a check. They're not coming to be I mean, some are, but they're not. The majority of them aren't coming to be militant integrationists. I'm telling you, I talked to them. They're coming to get a check. They're coming to get to the bag. That's what they're coming here for. Stop with it's just so many. It's Negro stalling tactic after Negro stalling tactic after Negro stalling tactic. So what if Africans are coming here to America? They're coming here to get a check and get to the money. That's it. Now, do I agree with it? Somewhat. I think the Africans should come over here, learn the skills, and then your allegiance is to the country you come from, and you go back and you build up your country. That's all. It's just to get to the bag. The ADOS is the only person that has put all his eggs in a burning basket. The basket has holes in it, and you want to put all your eggs in it. Then, you got the Central Park Five, you got racism, systematic racism, racism in corporate America. Racist judicial system. You put your bag in the same, you put all your eggs in the same basket that you built, that we built, but we don't control or carry. You put all your eggs in the same basket into the same system that has marginalized us for 400 years and will continue to. Like I said, the majority of these immigrants have land, have infrastructure set up already in the countries that they come from, and they're coming here just to exploit the system. That's what it's about. And I'm just saying, don't put your eggs in one basket, but we built America. Our bones are buried here. That's why we got to put our eggs in a burning basket that we built, but we don't control or don't even own. Hold on, let me defer to Holub first. Holub, do you want to come on? That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Holub. And then all you indigenous Hebrew Israelite Moors from Turtle Island, Tartavian, thank you for the super chat. Choctaw, Chickasaw, I ain't African. I'm indigenous to America. This is my land. So what are you doing to get your land back? What are you doing to get your land back? Where's your reservation at? Where's your damn casino at? I'm a native Choctaw, Chickasaw, Navajo, Moor from Turtle Island. I was already here. This is my land. So what are you doing? What do you control on your land? What do you control? Somebody tell me. We was already here first. What do you control on your land? I'm not disrespecting. Tell me, what do you control on your land? I'm indigenous, Chickasaw, Indian, Choctaw, Navajo. I'm Olmec. I'm the Olmec, Hebrew Israelite, Moorish, from Moors. I'm the Moors. We was here first, Dinus. We was here first. Okay, so what do you control? Do you control Turtle Island? I'm trying to, somebody help me out. What do you control? Indigenous, I ain't African, I'm a Moor from Turtle Island. What do you control here in America? Since we want to use that argument now. Besides that, we was here first. What do you control? Show me the Black, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Choctaw, Olmecan, Moorish casino or reservation. Where is it? Take me to it. Here we go with the Stalin tactics. Africans don't control Africa. Are there issues? Absolutely. But they control way more on the continent than any black person in America. That's just facts. They control way more. They control municipalities, roads, infrastructure, electricity. They control way more on the continent, the African, than the indigenous Choctaw, Chickasaw, ADOS, Moorish, We Built America, I Ain't African, from Turtle Island, Omex. I'm from Turtle Island. I'm sovereign. Yeah, there we go. I'm sovereign. I'm sovereign. Sovereign citizen. I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't need no driver's license. I told you guys a story about when I went to court last week for my name change. So I added a Befe Adewale to my name. So I'm officially Dynas Befe Adewale Emir. So I'm in I'm in the court, right? He had a Turtle Island Omex. I'm in the courtroom. And so the judge stands up, introduces herself, and she's like, make sure you have your documents. So one of the documents you needed was basically if you're changing your name, you have to run a notice in a local newspaper for 4 consecutive weeks. All right. So for 4 consecutive weeks, you got to run the notice in a local newspaper here in Atlanta. So you have to have proof that notice was ran for 4 consecutive weeks. Then you have to have an ID. Right, your government issue ID. She then said, you Moorish sovereign citizen IDs, that won't be allowed. I almost lost it in the courtroom. I was laughing my ass off. I was laughing my ass off. Africa is your birthright. Africa is the richest continent piece of real estate on the planet. But you don't want that. You want to be indigenous, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Moorish Empire, Olmecans from Turtle Island, and the slave trade happened in reverse here in America. You want to be that controls absolutely nothing. That's what you want to be. That's what you want to control. Oh, that's what you want to be. Fine. Hebrew Israelite, Choctaw, Chickasaw, indigenous, Moorish Empire, Navajo, Moors from Turtle Island, Omex, and the slave trade happened in reverse. And Dynas is an agent because Dynas is trying to trick the Chickasaw, Choctaw, Olmecan, Moor. He's trying to trick him to go back to Africa so the African can replace him here in America. You Negroes are sick. And people really say this. Literally, people really say this. They are trying to trick us. They want to replace us with the African. They want to replace us. They want to replace us. Now you are trying to trick us, Dynas, and send us to Africa. You're trying to trick us. And they're going to replace us with the African, Dynas. You are an agent. Dead serious. Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. You guys don't understand the pseudo paranoid male I get. You are trying to trick us, Dynas. See, you are trying to replace us with the African, and you're trying to trick us to go to Africa because we are not African. We are indigenous Choctaw, Chickasaw, copper-colored Hebrew Israelite Olmecan Moors from Turtle Island. And the slave trade happened. And in fact, the slave trade didn't happen, Dynas. It was a hoax. It didn't happen. It was a hoax. Where are all the slave ships at? Well, they just found one in Alabama. Oh, that's not true. It's a hoax. It's not real. We are copper-colored Hebrew Israelite, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Navajo Moors from Turtle Island. And the slave trade happened in reverse. And that is what you are trying to do, is trick us and put us on a boat. Actually, you can just fly. But no, Dynas, you're trying to put us back on a boat, put us on a boat to Africa, and then the African is going to replace us here in America. Yeah, the copper-colored Chickasaw Olmecans from Turtle Island. Okay. All right. Bro, this is the mail I get. Shout out to Omar Blacksmith. Let these Pookie and Ray Ray stay and fight each other in the U.S. Africa. Don't need them anyway. This is for the Suya Fund. Thank you, Omar, for the Suya Fund. Shout out. There's a lot of people in the chat room who are actually gonna come on the trip with us in August to Nigeria, and Suya will be on deck. It will be on deck. Yes, I am a descendant of Bay and L. My last name is L. My last name is L. And I am of the Moorish temple. And we have a treaty with Morocco. A treaty with Morocco. We are the copper-colored Moroccans. We are the copper-colored Moroccans from Morocco. I am a descendant of El Bey of Morocco, of the copper-colored Moroccos. And America is Israel. America is Israel. America is Israel. And see, the Africans are from the tribe of Ham. They're Hamites. And see, the Hamites sold us Israelis into slavery, into America, which is Israel. Because the African is of the tribe of Ham. And see, the Treaty of Morocco caused the Hamites to deceive us. See, they tried to deceive us, the Hamites, the African, because he's of the Ham tribe, the ham sandwich tribe. And they tried to deceive us, but we found the Treaty of Morocco in which we are Moroccan. I mean, this is what I deal with. And America is Israel and Morocco at the same time. America is Israel and Morocco at the same time. Shout out to Freetown Thinker. Peace, brother. Keep roasting these pseudo natives from the tribe of Yaqui. I mean, that's what we're dealing with. I don't know what it's an American thing. I don't know what the problem is. And guys, I said this before. All this stuff came from the prison system. I don't know what books they read in prison, but all this pseudoism comes from the prison system. And Negroes have just gone just crazy. Yeah, chicken sauce versus the Hamites. Chicken sauce versus the Hamites. Which leads me to the hold on one second. Which leads me to the Central Park 5 documentary. Now, I didn't watch the most recent one, the movie or the four-part series on Netflix. I'll probably still check it out tonight. But this is the problem. Hey, I'm doing a show. Okay. 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 Well, it was left over here. I'll bring it. I'll bring it later. I'm doing a show. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it. When I get done. Okay. Okay. I'll bring it when I'm done, Kim. Give me 35 minutes. All right, bye. Master that left the iPad over here. So I got to take the iPad back to his house, back to Mansa, my son, everybody. Yeah, the life I live. I know, right? Anyways, Central Park 5. Yeah, I gotta bring Mansa's iPad to his house because he left it, but it's my fault, so it's whatever. All right, Central Park 5. Again, I'm gonna watch it later on. I'm gonna watch it. But this is the problem. What's the purpose? It's a dope movie, but this is the problem I have with the Central Park 5. You're gonna have Central Park 6, Central Park 7, Khalif Bauer Part 2, Part 3, Trayvon Martin 1, 2, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. It's going to be an ongoing problem. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be an ongoing problem. But again, we sit here, and because we built America, our ancestors are buried in this country. You know, that's what we're using to think that the system's gonna change. And now the system is so anti-black heterosexual male. Stop the show. Simone Sanders. Now, Simone Sanders, Angela Rye, especially Simone Sanders, hates black men. Hates black men. The system hates black men so much. Not just the criminals. Just if you're a heterosexual black man, the system hates you. That if the Central Park 5 situation was to happen today, no one would. In fact, the majority of these women on the left and the right will probably support them getting locked up, Simone Sanders included. You know, you have, of course, the argument is, well, Trump was unapologetic against the Central Park 5. I mean, he put out the newspaper ad, and he's never apologized for falsely incriminating them, which is true. Is Trump a racist? Absolutely. But this is the problem. They'll sit here and get mad at Donald Trump, but then go and support Biden. 94 crime bill Biden. Don't get mad at Trump, but then go support the very same people who incriminate black boys and still continue to. That's why Central Park, the same people who put together the Central Park 5 documentary or movie, the same team who put that together, Ava Durner, I can't pronounce her name, Ava DuVernay, I think her name is, will sit here and talk about how black men are falsely incriminated and wrongfully arrested and indicted, and many black men are put in prison of false pretenses and locked up and, spent 30, 40 years in prison and then finally get released, and the system is messed up and the system marginalizes black men and targets black men. But then you go support Biden and you want to point the finger at Trump, but then go support the same people that part of making a system that plays a role in making this, that plays a role in the system that marginalizes us, that approves of the system that marginalizes, that supports the system that marginalizes us. Don't get mad at Donald Trump for the full page ad. But then you go and you support Barack Obama. Now, Dennis, why you bring up Barack Obama? Why you bring up Barack Obama, Dennis? I might do a separate video on this. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Dennis, why are you bringing up Barack Obama? Don't get mad at Donald Trump. Then you support Hillary Clinton. It's talking about I'm with her. Left, right is all the same team. Barack Obama gets on national TV. Y'all president. On a debate with Hillary Clinton, look it up. Gets on national TV. Renounces Louis Farrakhan. I don't care what you say about Louis. Louis has been probably the most consistent in addressing the needs of black people and supporting black people. Gets on national TV and renounces Jeremiah Wright. Renounces Louis Farrakhan and Jeremiah Wright on national TV. Two black men who have been fighting for black people. Then gets on TV and endorses racist ass Ron Emanuel. Ron Emanuel, who protects all the killer cops in Chicago. Again, endorses Ron Emanuel. And again, who's Ron Emanuel? Ron Emanuel is the crooked Chicago cop protector, whisperer. But then you're mad at Donald Trump. That's why I don't understand. So you can't be so concerned and apathetic and feel so sorry for the Central Park 5, but you support the same people who support the system that marginalizes black people to this day. And then you got every excuse on why you got to do it. The best of two evils. Or I'm sorry, the least of two evils and all this other stuff. Then your girl Simone Sanders is running the Biden campaign. Biden just came out today and said that the LGBTQ community is his first priority. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to hear I don't want to see oh, the system's so messed up. Oh, the system is wrong. Oh, the system is this. Oh, the system criminalizes young black men. The system targets young black men. I can't believe it. I can't believe what they do. Then you go support Biden, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama. The same people that play a role in the system that marginalizes and targets young black men. Thank you, the wolf and the fox. That's just my only problem when it comes to movies like this. Because again, you're gonna have the Central Park 7, Central Park 8, Trayvon Martin Part 3. You know, it's gonna continue. It's going to continue. I'm just saying, it's gonna continue. Thank you. Cut the check. That should be the end game. Look, United States of America, you screwed us over long enough. Give us our check and let us move on. Pay us what you owe. We move on. That's it. But this bragging about, I'm going to stay here and fight. I'm going to fight. I'm going to stay here and fight. I'm going to stay here and fight because, I'm going to stay here and fight because our ancestors built America and their bones is buried right here in America. Buried here in America. So I'm going to sit here and fight. So you're going to sit here and fight. So you can have Central Park 6, Central Park 7, Trayvon Martin 1, 2, and 3. We are fighting through documentaries. Man, I saw that Central Park 5, man. Man, I'm enraged. I'm mad. Oh, man, I'm mad. I'm hurt. Oh, I'm mad. Man, I'm fighting. How are you fighting? Well, I'm fighting through documentaries. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Any questions? I'm about to go ahead and log out. Thank you. Oprah turned her back on Jeremiah Wright. I mean, come on, man. It's the black men who have been consistently fighting for black people. Oprah, Obama. I mean, come on. I mean, what? I mean, what more do you need? Shout out to Monifa in the chat room. But you just stuck on this. We built America. When if you read the narratives, they didn't want to build America and they wanted to get the hell out of here and go back home. That's all I'm saying. Everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Let me hold on. Let me do this real quick. 1 second. Let's talk about that. ADOS have built 2 countries in Africa, Liberia and Sierra Leone. I don't. Why not reach out to Liberia and Sierra Leone and see what we get back cracking? Go Tupe. I mean, we've built two countries. Why not why not be militant integration into the countries you built versus in Africa, in your homeland, versus being militant integration to the countries that you'll still be considered a fourth and fifth class citizen? I mean, we have Liberia and Sierra Leone. We got two countries. I know for a fact Sierra Leone has opened the door for black Americans. If you could prove that you're part of the tribes that are in Sierra Leone. I know Liberia somewhat has that as well. Okay, I see, and I agree with that. You can't keep both feet. You can keep a foot in both worlds. I agree with that. But this militant, we built America, blah blah blah, and I'm just gonna be just see how comfortable I can get in a racist society. That's not gonna. Here we go. Olmec, the first Americans were black. Here we go. Okay, Black American Olmec, what do you control here in America? What do you control in Olmec land? Okay, say the Olmecs were black, whatever. What do you control in Olmec land? Please tell me what the Black Olmec indigenous Mo from Turtle Island. Please tell me what you control in Olmec land. If I go to Olmec land and see the statues they have in Olmec land, am I paying a black Olmec? Does that money, that revenue, that tour revenue go back into black Olmec land? Somebody answer the question. We was black Olmecs. Please tell me what we ain't African, we Olmecs. Please tell me what you control on Turtle Island Olmec land. Hugo, I'm gonna send you a postcard. I'm behind. I'm sorry. Please tell me. I'll wait. I'll wait. I say this: the Geechee control more than the black Chickasaw, Choctaw, Navajo, Moorish, Hebrew, Israelite Olmecs. Hugo, I just said I'm going to send you a postcard. I'm running behind, brother. I apologize. Go Tupe. I'm just saying. Somebody please answer the question. We is Olmecs. We is Olmecs, black Olmecs. Please tell me what you control in Olmec land. I'm not trolling. I'm just asking a question. Because for some reason, the Olmec, the Chickasaw Mo, Turtle Islander from Chickasaw, Choctaw land, El Bay. My name is El Bay. They think they have a better position in a racist society because they want to claim Chickasaw, Choctaw, Navajo, Olmecan, El Bay, Moorish, Hebrew Israelite from Turtle Island Moors. Oh, I gotta play my favorite video. Okay, I'm trolling, but I gotta play my favorite video. Hold on. Hold on. This is my favorite video. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. This is my favorite video of all time. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here we go, right here. Bam, bam, bam. Hold on. Hey, this is my favorite video. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go, guys. It's my favorite video. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Uh-oh, he got it. Hey, he got his fez on. You know, he just thought he was gonna get off. Geronimo Bay. I am a natural. I don't know the lingo they speak. I am a naturalized citizen of Morocco. I am the Treaty of Morocco means you cannot judge me in your jurisdiction because of the Treaty of Morocco. Here on behalf of the Murphy matter, and he gave a special appearance on the Murphy matter, and the Murphy matter. Judge's abandonship. Excuse me, judge's abandonship. That we are here on special appropriate result on the Murphy matter, and he has abandonship. He has proof that he is not Andre Murphy. Uh-oh. That fez is about to come off, boy. Uh-oh. That fez is about. Oh, there goes the fez. Hey, Geronimo, don't resist. I'm not resisting. He's not resisting. That's not mine. It's not your property to touch, and I can definitely videotape. Choke move on me. Choke move. Keep choking him. Which officer? Which policy enforcer? Which policy enforcer? I will have your badge. I am able to record it. It's being recorded. Anybody touch me? I am a private American national. I am a private American national. I mean, we got to stop with the games. We just have to stop. Private American national, you're on my property. This courtroom is on my property. Everybody better have a silver bond. Stop. A silver bond. Everybody better have a silver bond, y'all. You got to have a silver bond.
George C. Creel Jr. trial lawyer, DUI and entry attorney. Clients come first.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. I do every time. I enjoy it every time. Hugo, brother, Hugo, your postcard will be sent Monday, brother. Everybody's coming to collect. Got to take my iPad back to Mansa. Hugo's like, where's my postcard, brother? I promise I will send it Monday. I apologize for the delay. I apologize, brother. It'll be sent out Monday. I know, I got to get Mansa his iPad. Or I'm going to catch hell. I'm going to catch hell if I don't get him his iPad. So, yeah. Yeah, Dartavian, email me your address if you haven't already. I'll send you one. No problem. I got you, Dartavian. No problem. Got your postcard too. So everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, please subscribe if you're new to the platform and share the videos. Until next time, family, Donnie Samir, search for Huru. Peace.